sorry, the last video got cut off. So after a month or two, I went back home. I ended up back at a Christian school I had attended a few months before I had left home. The first day I walked into class, I remember a boy saying hello to me, and I hadn't really noticed him before when I was there, but this time something about him interested me. You see, when I was still at the home, a man came to preach, and he also prophesied different words over each of us. One of the things he told me was that I would marry a man that I did not expect, and that he would make me laugh. Well, from that day on, I ended up getting to know this young man more, and we began dating, and he definitely made me laugh. We ended up falling into sin, though, over time, and I ended up getting pregnant. We got married when I was about 5 months pregnant, and I had our precious little girl 4 months later. When she was born, I was so overjoyed and thankful to God for allowing me to be a mom and have my own daughter to raise. And it was as if He had opened my eyes to the enormous responsibility of being a mother. I was still smoking off and on at the time, and the Lord helped me to give that up. And about 22 months later, I had another little girl. And 4.5 years later, another one. And then 21 months later, our first boy. And after much prayer and waiting, 11 years later, the Lord blessed us with another girl. Over the years, the Lord has continued to be faithful and show His immense love to us in ways that I never would have imagined. He has healed me of the shame that I once carried. He has healed my relationship with my parents. And when my 2 oldest girls were younger, the Lord allowed me to reconnect with my father and heal my relationship with him. He and his wife had twin boys, and we used to go to their house and spend time with them. It was funny because my girls were aunts to his little boys. Another wonderful thing God did when He healed my relationship with my stepfather, it was while my oldest 4 were growing up. He was such a wonderful and loving grandfather to them. Also, I had a much closer relationship with my mother, and she helped me in many ways with the children and prayed with me through many things in my past and much pain, and the Lord brought healing through her counsel. Another amazing miracle God did was to give us my grandparents' home that we had lived in when I was a young child. We had been praying for probably at least 15 years to be able to move into a bigger home. And after my youngest was born, there was just no more space left. We were really packed into our 1,100 square foot home. So long story short, my stepfather ended up passing away, which was really hard and a very life-changing time for all of us. But my mom decided that she would give us an early inheritance from the sale of the rental houses that he had left her. So she then paid off the reverse mortgage that was on my grandparents' home and gave us the house debt-free. It was the exact prayer that I had prayed, that God would give us a house debt-free. And also, I had asked the Lord to allow us to either give or rent our current home to someone in need. Well, that someone ended up being our daughter and her new husband. We now rent it to them for a very low price. So the Lord answered all our prayers in ways that we never would have expected. Yes, I truly miss my grandparents and my stepfather so much, but I know that we'll be with them again in heaven one day. The Lord continues to be faithful. We've now lived in my grandparents' home for about 5.5 years. I could tell you many other stories of God's faithfulness, but what really matters is, do you know Him? He loves you, and He wants to do amazing things for you as well. He wants to change your life and make you new again. Just cry out to Him and say, Jesus, forgive me of my sins and be my Lord and Savior. He's waiting for you.